The following is a production of the Indiana Black Expos Youth Video Institute.
Welcome to the Derwin Smiley Show. I'm your host, Derwin Smiley. On today's show, we will focus on the evolution of hip-hop, specifically how hip-hop has transformed from just focusing on the music to becoming a multi-billion-dollar industry. Additionally, I will be showing an interview that Tavis Smiley had with hip-hop mogul Damon Dash. Furthermore, I will have a conversation with Tyree Coleman. He is the organizer of the I Am Hip Hop Summit that will take place right here in Indianapolis on December the 17th. And finally, we will have our own hip hop fashion show right here on the Derwin Smiley Show and a performance by the Boondock Saints. I'm glad you are with me, and that show starts right now.
Damon Dash is the CEO of Rockefeller Records and a hip-hop entrepreneur whose burgeoning empire goes well beyond music. He now oversees, I ain't mad at him, a $500 million empire that includes a clothing line, a movie production company, a sports management firm, even his own vodka brand. He's also the co-chairman of the Hip Hop Summit Action Network, which encourages young people to vote in this election year. Damon Dash.
Hey.
How you living, man?
I'm good, I'm good.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
I don't know what to make of you. Rockefeller Records, Rock-A-Wear, Rock-A-This, Rock-A-That. Anything you ain't rocking these days? Rocking ice? Look at you.
Well, this is actually our new watch line called Teray. I want to let you know that'll be
Now you got watch lines.
Yeah.
And that's blinging, too.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's straight blinging.
Swiss made,
yeah.
Things like that. Quality.
Yeah.
Quality. Yeah. You know, we just like to capitalize off every opportunity that presents itself, as true entrepreneurs do.
Yeah. And then I got this over here. Somebody just dropped this on my lap.
Oh, yeah. America Magazine.
America Magazine. Now you got a magazine. That's Lenny Kravitz on the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second issue.
Second issue. So now you got a magazine.
Yeah.
What you trying to do, man?
I'm trying to take over the world, basically.
Yeah.
You know, do some positive things, lead by example, kind of make it cool to be smart, you know what I mean? But just show the rest of the world and our culture that, you know, sometimes a lot of things aren't presented to us that everyone else has, the advantages of having things passed down so you can start things from scratch. You know, if everything comes from a good place and you have good intentions and you have real good work ethic, you can do anything and have fun while you do it.
So we're on PBS now, not BET.
Right.
So you know somebody white watching right now.
Right.
Who was trying to figure out how this Negro got $500 million as an empire. So tell me the short version of how you got started. We'll break it down here in a second, but tell me how you got started on the path of being an entrepreneur.
Well, you know, I got into the music business in the capacity of a manager, and when I was noticing that I didn't like the way I was carried, and I knew that if I was getting carried a certain way, just based on the way I act and how much pride I had.
What do you mean by carried?
My business wasn't a priority,
Okay.
and the way we were treated, you know,
Okay.
it was like I'd have a vision, and the people that I was representing, you know, they were articulating what was going on in their life and in everyday life, and people were trying to tell them how to do it and when to do it, and just based on that and just the way the music business moved, I was like, I got to do this myself, and you know, then when I got with Jay, you know, who I was managing at the time, and I couldn't.
That would, excuse me, that'd be Jay-Z.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Just trying to interpret it. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
When I got with Jay-Z, you know, I noticed no one was signing him, and in my heart, I knew he was the best that ever did it. So I was like, I can't let these cats control our destiny. We had to figure out a way to market and do those kind of things anyway. So we were like, we might as well, instead of being on one end, we might as well be on both ends. You know, be able to capitalize off of our talents. You know, it should be more lucrative for us as opposed to the people that are exploiting us.
Hold the phone for 1 second. Jay-Z is as big as they've ever been. Tell me what it was that you heard in Jay-Z and that you figured out that the other folk didn't figure out, which made you want to help get his stuff out to the American public.
Skill-wise, you know, he can really rap.
Yeah.
And just knowing him, just knowing that a lot of the things he was saying was coming from a truthful place, and I saw the respect that he got around him, you know, and around his environment. And just like I said, we always kind of had positive thoughts, you know, and we kind of thought the same. Our process. We were, you know, he's from Brooklyn, I'm from Harlem, but you know, we still were about being good individuals, being thorough, making sure we made a lot of money, being an entrepreneur, you know, and also controlling our own destiny. You know what I mean? So it's just like we thought alike, and that was rare.
How much of your drive comes from being a New Yorker?
A lot of it, because I'm from Harlem, you know, and in Harlem you want to have the best things, you know what I mean? I mean, it's just the nature of us. We always want to have the best clothes, we always want to have the most style, the best cars, want to play basketball, the coolest, you know, kind of
the Rucker.
snobby. You know, well, actually, I just reopened the Kingdom.
Right.
Twin
I
Towers.
read that. I sure did read that.
Yeah, on 114th Street, so
yeah.
that's coming along pretty well. And, you know, I think because of that and because of the style and how much we always want to make the money to buy these things.
Being in New York gives you an edge, though.
An edge, yeah. It's a lot of work. New York is about, you know, you go to New York, you got to be getting some kind of money because everyone else is working at that pace to try to make some dough.
They say if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
Yeah, if you can survive there. If you can survive in Harlem, you can survive in New York. If you can survive in New York, you can survive anywhere. So I think Harlem is the genesis to a lot of things that go on around the planet.
Tell me whether or not you think you'd be sitting here today talking to me if your empire had not started on the music front. Tell me honestly whether or not you think you could have spun off and done everything you've done had music not been the centerpiece, the focal point of your, the nucleus of what you have now.
That's a hard question just because if the opportunity didn't present themselves in the music business, I'm not sure whether they would have presented themselves in another business, you know what I mean? But definitely the music business is the basis of my career. And, you know, truthfully speaking, we become influential through the music, you know, and we've gotten to see how people respond to us. So we know our marketing potential and our marketing power because of the music. So basically, every time we do like a record or shoot a video, to a degree, it becomes a small commercial. Sure. But it's a truthful commercial. It's not to exploit because I mean, like I really do love Rockwear, and you know, I just bought Pro Keds, and I will be rocking Pro Keds just because I like them. Because I'm going to make the ones that I like. I would never sell anything that I didn't like or that I wouldn't wear. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just because of the music, it definitely gives us a vehicle to promote all our things, our visions, articulate what's going on in our world and our mind. It's a strong thing.
See, when I was wearing Pro Keds as a kid, I could have imagined that a young brother would own Pro Keds, but I ain't mad at you, David. Yeah. You would be here today with this $500 million empire had music not been the genesis for you. I asked that because there's so many kids who believe that about themselves. That is to say, they believe that their only way out. Some people think half the kids in Harlem think athletics. Right. You know, I shouldn't say half because there's some bright kids in Harlem. Right. But some of the kids in Harlem where you're from think athletics. Others think music. But they see it as a means to an end. And I wonder whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing. I can argue it both ways. Right. I could argue that it's a bad thing because if they don't do music or athletics, they don't know how they're going to get out. Right. It's a good thing though because music, certainly hip hop, has allowed us to have more black entrepreneurs than any other music genre has ever allowed us to have.
Yeah, I think what the music business has done for me is it's opened the door for me to show that we can do or sell anything. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I use the music business as a vehicle. But like, if you're a designer or if you're a business person that likes to sell things, whether it be because we just also started a division called Rock Digital where we're going to be selling MP3 players to kind of compete with iPod. There's so many different ways that you can capitalize off the hip-hop world, and it doesn't necessarily just have to be the music part of it. Hip-hop is, to a degree, a culture, and it's a new way of life, or at least it's being recognized as a new way of life. So you can because of hip-hop being so commercial right now and so profitable to so many different kinds of people, you can take hip-hop as a vehicle to get you to